we will discuss about the string methods, boolean and the math methods. So first we have to deal with what is a string. String is just a collection of characters which is immutable. The string in Java will be always the immutable. String str is equal to ABC. When it will get the stored in the memory, it won't change this variable. When you have to manipulate, you must have to keep string into different storage, or you have to show them with a different variable. So here strings are used to storing text. Text can be anything. Ram, it's mango. If I use double quote at the both end, it gonna be stored as a string, and it is immutable. You cannot manipulate with this data. A string variable contains a collection of characters. As I told, the collection of characters surrounded by double quotes. String greeting is equal to welcome. Here we are using double quote both side, and here welcome. So welcome get stored as a string data, where in a string container. So string is nothing but the container of the data. I will give just short example that how it gonna be stored their data into memory. When you store any string, it goes into heap memory, which is in the JVM called Java Virtual Machine. It create a short memory which is called heap memory. Okay, all these kind of string gonna and store in the heap memory. If you create an object, it is creating an one object. String greeting is equal to welcome is nothing but creating an object as per the Java. When you will create the object like this, it create one pool memory inside the heap, the smaller one. The welcome will come here in terms of byte. It's gonna store in the pool memory. In Java, you can create the string object in two ways. So see this, string str is equal to new string. This is the another way. If you create the object like this, the second type. Okay, this is the first type. If you create the object like in the second type, that is, we are making it new. As we are creating the object in Java, we have to initialize with the name new. String value here will be welcome. It will go into the heap memory only, not in the pool memory. No use of new word. Okay, we are not using the new word. Without new word, it will create one pool inside the heap, and then it gonna store in pool part only. This pool is more efficient in terms of properties, in terms of searching. So this is more powerful. Ram eats mango. How many length it has? So it will count. If you give the space, it will count the space also. We are, instead of creating so much of lengthy logic to find the length of the string, Java programmer did that they already defined this length method inside the Java package, which you can easily use this method. You can find the length of that. Here we have string text A to Z. It has 26 length. So when you will print this system.out.println, the length of the text string is text.length. From where we have to find the text variable, and what is the length of that variable we have to specify. In a string, s should be in the uppercase. You have to use the length method, and you can find the length of the string easily. So there we have uppercase and the lowercase. You can see the example in aptitude buster. You can see that A is in the uppercase and here B is in the uppercase. Text dot to uppercase, we have aptitude buster. So whatever will be the uppercase, it will remain the same, and what will be in the lowercase, it will get in the uppercase. So you can see the example here. In aptitude buster, we get this in the uppercase. When we got this? By using two uppercase, where U should be in the uppercase and C should be in the uppercase in this method. Same as in the lowercase. So we have to use two lower case where L it should be in the uppercase and C should be in the uppercase. Whichever is in the lowercase, it will remain in the lowercase, and whatever in the uppercase, it converting that character only in the lowercase. You have to use this method to just convert the lowercase to uppercase or uppercase to lowercase. Finding characters in a string, we have to find with the index. So the index of method is used to find the index of certain character, certain letter or certain word. In index of, O should be in the uppercase, and the index of method return the index, the position of the first occurrence of a specified text in a string, including white space. Why this including white space? Ram, it's if we write RAM space EATS, all this area, but what we have at this place? Nothing. 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index, 4 index, 5th index, 6th index, 7th index. So because we don't have anything, there is nothing on that index, means it will calculate that index also. So when we have to find the output of that, we will get here as 7. So see this one, string text, please locate where locate occurs. When initially it will locate at the position of 7. It is starting from 7, so it will print the 7th only. We have to find the between, what is in between 0 to 7. So it will get printed in output. That kind of facilities in Java we have. String concatenation, of combining of two string, that is called concatenation, okay, or contraction or combination or addition of the two string. In the Java, that the plus operator can use between strings to combine them. Examples, John, and we have Doyle. You can see what at the first place it is John, and what is this? This will give you one void space. Okay, if you write like this without void space, it will get stuck with this. So you must have to give the void space also. So for that we are using this Nasr Doe, John Doe. So that will be the output of this string. It is the process of addition or combining of two strings. The string is vast syllabus. Okay, so I am just giving you the demo of all this. I will explain the whole topic in coming lectures. Java math, some predefined methods or functions to get rid of writing lengthy codes. Right now, if we have to find the maximum of two numbers, we have to write, like we have to compare whole array. A is greater than B, then print A. If A is less than B, print B. So to get rid of all these code in Java math package, it's already defined. The Java math class has many methods that allows you to perform mathematical tasks on numbers. Math.max xy mention can be used to find the highest value of x and y. Here it will compare and it will give you the output. If 10 is maximum, it will give you 10. Similar, we have the math.min. It will give you the minimum of two numbers. 5 and 10 you will get 5. This kind of method is using predefined in Java. Math sqrt, a square root. Okay, this is also one method inside the Java math package, from where you can easily put this and get the square root. You must have to remember here that M should be in maths, M letter should be in the uppercase. Okay, and then sqrt. Let's say we have math sqrt 64. The square root of 64 is 8. It will get printed as 8. Int A is equal to 100. Int B is equal to, we can use M math dot sqrt A we can also use A. The output is 10, because here we are using math function with a square root. We are doing a square root of the value of A. Math apps, you learned about the modulus function, that if you have A plus A minus A, then graph will come like this. But when you have modulus plus A, it is getting cancelled from the negative part. This one is a negative. Okay, y negative. So you will get like this, the minus part getting converted into positive. with the same integer. If you print -5, modulus of -5 is 5. Absolute value means the positive value of that integer. -5, it will give you the +5. One more example, math dot apps 10 minus 15, normal value -5, but when we are using apps method, you will get the value as 5. As per example, you can see here its apps is -4.7, but you will get output as 4.7 only. Absolute value means only the positive value of that number. We have a random number. Random number can be anything, but in Java it is between 0.0 to 1.0, including 0.0 to 1.0. 0.0 that includes the random number to 1.0. Number can be anything. Okay, it's depend on the data type and the space of the data type also. It can be like 0.1, then it will remain less than the 1. It can be also 0.9. You can see in the example, int random number is equal to int, means you have to get only the integer value of that. Math dot random into 100. Okay, so if it is less than 1 into 100, it will get less than 100. Okay, but if you using 1 not 1, you will get 1 more than 100. And we are taking print here when we have to convert from higher size package to lower size package. Then we have to manually define the what we want int. It is in the float part. Okay, these are in the float or double. We have to convert into int, and that we will get the answer 100 here. Java booleans is very often in programming you will need a data type that can only have one of two values, like yes or no, on or off, true or false. For this, Java has boolean data types which can take the values true or false. You can use a comparison operator such that a greater than or less than operator to find out if the expression or variable is true. Int x is equal to 10 and int y is equal to 9. If x is greater than y, then print this some code. If x is greater than y. Now right now if you see from this example, x value is greater than y, means it is satisfying. It is giving the output to the system in the compiler that okay, this is the value is true. Then it will go inside the code. S is less than y, it won't go inside the code, because in the if function it is asking for the condition. If x is less than y, according to this sample question, that x is equal to 10 and y is equal to 9. No, y is less than x. It won't get inside the code and the code won't run. So this is only for the condition checking. So if you have to on something, if light is equal to on, switch off. S out is the switch off. If light is equal to off, then print thank you. According to the program, it will check if light is on, that switch it off. Okay, if light is off, then okay, thank them, because Java is just nothing but a object oriented program. So what we have to do, we have to think logically. If fan is running, it might be automated. Okay, so it is taking temperature, so there is temperature sensor in the fan. So we must have to take that, oh, what is the logic after this 25 degrees Celsius, you have to increase the speed of the fan. If the fan speed is if the temperature is less than 22 degree, then you have to reduce the speed of the fan. So that is the logic behind the object oriented program, that you have to deal with the object in the real time entity, nothing else. So yeah, so that's it for today. We have the same thing we have in the last. So yeah, thank you. I will discuss the next chapter, and you have to practice a lot. Just go through the theory part and start coding. Okay, it is just nothing. You have to start write a short code and just work on it. Okay, thank you. But if you make the object in terms of case number 1, like string greeting is equal to welcome.